What is going on, YouTube family? In today's video, we're going to be checking about the crazy value systems in which people have in the West, and we're going to be talking about why you need to have a different mindset, an LSG mindset, love plus support equals growth, versus a victimhood mindset, and what the Western media and Western propaganda is trying to push on your brain. So let's get into it, family. Open your mind.
I'm just saying, I'm speaking from experience, because I don't want to hear the excuse of, oh, because you're a woman, you've got to go in that environment and act a certain way. Rubbish. Because of your colour, rubbish. Because of your sex, rubbish. Because of the pay, rubbish. Because I've done it, and it's the norm. I've done it. So all women need to do, if you want to get paid more, the same way how you can speak up and say, oh, I'm a woman, this and that, speak up and say, excuse me, but I'm due a pay rise. Can I have my money? This is how hard I've worked. This is what I deserve, and this is what my contract says. No, that's what I'm saying, that now...
Facts. She's speaking facts, family. Do you see what I'm saying? And you got to understand something. This whole pay rise thing is a lie. And ladies, you need to wake up and smell the coffee, because there's an agenda being pushed against you to make you believe this false value system that you're not getting paid the same. Because the reality is, ain't none of you getting paid the same. The middle class is being decimated. Your wages haven't increased in the last 20 years. And that's got nothing to do with the fact that you're a woman. That's got to do with the capitalist system and the fact that the greed and the corruption in this society has got to an extreme level, to the point where it just can't sustain itself anymore. The system is imploding. So 100%, they've put laws in place that say that it's illegal for you to hire people or pay people less. So if it was legally being done, or if it was actually being done, then you have a legal right and recourse to actually take them to court and get that done. But again, if that's being done as what these women claim is being done, then you should be able to prove that very easily through your bank statements, through your contract, and be able to get any lawyer worth his salt will jump at the bit of that case, because the insurance payout for that would be astronomical. But let's get back in.
You can do that, but it hasn't always been like that. No, I'm older than you. I'm 53. I'm retired. So you can't say now you can do that, because I've been doing it. Okay, but you can't. This is what I mean. You can't ignore the history. Okay, but before the history, I'm the history. I am the history. I am your history. I am 53. I am retired. I am your history.
And this is what some of these young people don't really understand, because when they're talking about your history and back in the day, it's like, bruh. Back in the day, you don't need to read a history book, because some of y'all ain't paying attention in the history classes, man, to find out what's actually going on or actually went on. This woman is 53 years old. When you think about it, contraception only came in 70 years ago. So 20 years after contraception came in, she was born. So y'all people need to recognize certain things, man. When you young people love to talk, and we did it when we were young too, you like, oh, back in the day, you see what I'm saying? It's like, back in the day, you ain't talking about 70 years ago, bro. That's not that far away. That's still people are still alive from 70 years ago. But let's get into it.
So you can't tell me to forget about the history, because I am the history. And before my history, my mother done the same job. I'm not insinuating, I'm just saying.
And this is one of the things that I like to talk about in this movement, man. The reason why there is no pay gap is because it's done on a univariate analysis. A univariate analysis is what?
Univariate analysis is the simplest form of analyzing data. Uni means one, so in other words, your data has only one variable. It doesn't deal with causes or relationships, unlike regression, and its major purpose is to describe. It takes data, summarizes that data, and finds patterns in the data.
So there you have it. Whereas you're supposed to do something like that on a multivariate analysis. A multivariate analysis takes into consideration what?
A multivariate analysis of variance, MANOVA, is used to measure the effect of multiple independent variables on two or more dependent variables. With MANOVA, it's important to note that 1. The independent variables are categorical, while 2. The dependent variables are metric in nature.
So when you see the difference between the univariate analysis, only looking at one particular thing and just extrapolating from that to the whole census, or when you look at a multivariate analysis, which takes into consideration a multiple number of things like hours worked, jobs taken, experience in the job held, qualifications, and things like that. Agreeableness or disagreeableness, all these other factors and personality traits come into play, which denote why there is a wage gap, if there is one, to begin with in the first place. My main issue is not the fact that there's a wage gap, ladies. You need to be arguing that there's not even a equality of pay being given, because the invisible tax, which is inflation, is what's destroying your communities, is what's destroying your men, and what's destroying your ability to earn and create. So that really is the argument. But they're not going to talk about that, are they?